So the sewing room is finally done, so let me take you in here and show you what's going on. So this is a view from the door, and I'm just going to go around the room and show you what I got working in here for me. Okay, I'm going to try to be as steady as possible, but I'm holding this camera, y'all, and it's not easy. So there's the door that I came in. That's a bag of ribbon for my daughter, and then yes, my door is cut in half. If you haven't seen me previously, this is, I cut it in half because I have a wolf hybrid. And, sorry, don't know what's going on with the focus. And, I don't want hair in here, but no air gets in here really, so I have to keep the top open, so I cut the door in half, for that purpose. Yeah, we're weird around here, but we make it work. There's the wall that had all of my ribbon stuff on there. And I have took my curtain rods down and fixed my holes. So here I have some stuff I need to put away. I haven't done that yet. I have my little vacuum that's very handy for strings on the floor that I have. And then in this tote right here, or it's actually I don't know, storage bins, rolly cart. It's got wheels. But that is some odds and ends that I have in the top that do with weeding vinyl, my extra supplies. And then the second one has some shirts and some things to work on. And then the bottom two, I really forgot what I put in there. But, if I need something, I'll look in it and see if it's there. That's how I work. But anyway, and then I have set up a 4-foot table, and I got this table at, let me see, Sam's. I got it at Sam's years ago, and it adjusts real high. It does not fold in the middle. It's a pretty thick table. So I put my HTV Ront heat press up there, and then underneath down there, I took 2 little bins, and I don't know what they come from. I broke something apart at one time, or that's just all I got at the time. I don't remember. But anyways, I have my 12 by 12 portable heat press on there. Some parchment paper. All this is heat pressing stuff. My pillows are in the bottom one. And then my paper for sublimation and stuff is in the top drawer. And then down there in that little container down there, right there, that is that's my hair bow supplies, I think. Oh, no, that's not hair bow supplies. I put them somewhere else. Y'all, I done forgot what I did in this room. Are you kidding me? That is what is that? That's rulers and papers and all that tells me, temperatures, times, and all that. That's cheat sheets down there. Cheat sheets, that's what they are. Y'all, I'll get it right in a minute. Up here, I have my paper cutter for vinyl, one of them. And that's my temperature thing. And then my heat tape. And then I stuck one of the Dollar Tree pegboards up there. And that's all my, I don't know how you say it. Whether it's Design Art, I don't remember. But you see the name right there? They're linked in my Amazon store. They are some of the best weeding tools I have ever seen or used. So they're up there. And then when you look down here, I'm sorry, this thing is autofocus and it's crazy sometimes. All that ribbon that was on the wall is in my craft room. I showed you in that video. This is what I have left. That white back there is what I can sub on. And then I have some trims and stuff like that. And then this is what I use sometimes for strings for bags or whatnot. That's just my extra ribbon I use in here. This has some, this is cotton ribbons, cotton lace that I've picked up mostly Dollar Tree, but various places. That's in my top one. And then I have regular lace, why can I not say that today? Regular lace, and then doilies and weird lace, and then I got felt and hair bow supplies down there in case I make a hair bow for a gift or something. I don't normally make them much no more, but if I need to, there they are. So then you see this tote and all that down there, and it's on my embroidery cart. Now this is a tool thing from Harbor Freight. There's other places that I've seen people get them, but I got it on sale at Harbor Freight, and I absolutely love this thing. It holds my embroidery thread, as you see, and then it's magnetic, so I can stick, notes or whatever I need up there, pictures of embroidery, colors that I'm color changing and things like that. That's my single needle baby lock. I've showed it before. This cart actually has a drawer right there, and then it had one right here, but I took this one out because when I put it together, I couldn't get it straight, and it was just aggravating me, and it was in my way anyway because this stores more. So I've got variegated threads down there. I don't hang those up. And then that's my stabilizers, some of them, and then that's tools that I use when I'm embroidering. Let me go around this cart here. Let me show you that. I might be shadows because my light's up here. But these are scissors. These are my snips for my thread and my scissors that I use quite frequently in there. But I'll just show you. That holds my tools, my bobbins, my needles. Everything I need is right there. Okay, and then my stabilizers. Then down here I have more stabilizers in a little container. That is where I printed off all my fonts at one time, and I don't even know if I have all those fonts. That is extra thread that I ended up with somehow. I don't know how. That is my filming equipment, and that's more filming equipment parts and things like that. And then that right there has I don't know what that has in it. Oh my goodness, I don't know what that has in it. I'm gonna have to look and tell y'all in a minute because it'll drive me crazy. This is my cord that goes from my laptop, and then extra thread in here. And here's my little laptop, and y'all, I'm sad. I'm gonna have to buy another laptop because this one is outdated and cannot be updated, and it is a good laptop. It has served me well. But anyway, I'm gonna have to upgrade. But for now, it works with my embroidery machine. So anyways, it works for that. I need one for my X tool in the other room. So I'm in the market for one of these, Lord willing. And then up here, I've got bow supplies. That's what I thought was down there. Bow supplies, tape for taping stuff down on my these are my embroidery hoops right here. This is also a sewing machine, so there's the stuff to make it the sewing machine. Then up here I've got extra paper cutters for card making and things like that. Extra mats for my little Cricut Joy I got over on the other side. And then on this shelf it's been in this room forever. And it holds everything. It's held everything. I love it. You can never go wrong with shelves on your walls. This one is a to-go sewing thing, and then this one is tools for my little. This is my Cricut Joy. This is all my receipts I need to keep. This is all for the sublimation machine. I have nowhere to put it on the other side. This is ink and then stuff like that. And then there's papers, laminating pouches. I hold my lint roller when I have to lint roll my shirts on magnets, and my gloves if I'm pressing anything hot. I actually need to move them to the other side, to be honest with you, but it doesn't, I mean, I can move them from this side to over to this side is what I need to do. And then I've got some things I made, and a keychain my very best friend, which is now my pastor's wife, gave me, or one of my very best friends. I have a few. I am so blessed, y'all. This is patterns, and this is how I store what few patterns I have. Printable patterns mainly go like this. That's my clothes patterns right there that I have had for years. They're probably even outdated now. I have a light under here because this is where my desk used to be. But when I edit videos, the light from the windows on the other side, I couldn't see my computer very well, so I moved it. But I figured I could still use the light because I have my serger over here, my old-timey outdated serger, but it still works, y'all. Y'all know, if you know me, I'm a lover of old things and vintage stuff, so I have that someone gave me, and it needs tweaking a little bit, but I'm gonna get it figured out, trust me. And that's sitting on my Singer sewing machine. It's my vintage sign. I hung it up there. This is one of those plastic shelving units from Walmart, and I had to bring it in here. I didn't really want it here because, you know, it sticks out some, but I had to put my machines on it, and I have some more somewhere. I just got to dig them out of the closet. I may get rid of them, I'm not sure. But look at this one, y'all. This is a German machine. I want to restore this so bad. It's a Junker. I called it Junker. I think it's called Junker or Unker. Junker and Ruh. I don't even know, but I love it. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful machine. And it actually, it works. If you turn it, see, it'll go. I just got to get a case and a belt and all that. But anyway, we'll figure that out one day maybe, if the Lord lets me live long enough. And then that's my Kenmore that I got when I first got married. And then there's some of my favorite vintage machines down there. Oh no, that's my favorite, the one in the back. That other one is my daughter's Janome. And then this I have in here. It has to stay in here. It is what do you call those things? Dehumidifier. This is why I have no floor, people, because this room, it flooded from ice storm and a snowstorm years ago, and we've replaced and fixed and patched walls and pieces of flooring and stuff and salvaged what we could. We don't have flooring in here yet because we can't, and that's usually on and running, but since I'm filming, I turned it off. But we have to have that in here. I move it around. It has wheels, thank God, so I move it around when I need to. That's a little unit with my patterns in it, my craft patterns. This is my favorite vintage machine. It is my Singer 401. I use it quite often. It'll go through anything. So I have her there, and this cabinet just it takes special bobbins. They're not normal bobbins, they're short and fat, and so I have them. Anything for this machine, and a faff I have in the other room that I got to get fixed goes in here. So this holds everything for this and some trash bags that I need for my trash can. And then I have my window decorated. I don't know. This is parts for this machine. This is not. I think this goes to the other one. Then I have a thing down here, a dress I need to fix. But anyways, I also wanted to show y'all, I'm not one for bending over. So I like to pull my plugs up and use power cords, because I unplug them when I'm not using them, especially these vintage machines, because they stay on all the time. This one don't have an off and on, it just has a light button. This one I think just has a light button too. I don't know if it has it off and on, but anyways, you know, with old cords and stuff like that, I only like to plug them in when I'm using them. So I got that, so I ain't got to bend over, and it's plugged in down there. This is the thing I made to hold my needles, and then I have one of these things from the Dollar Tree, and I just have this because I made it and it's cute. That I don't know what to do with, and that's my extra needles in my needle case. And then look at this, a friend gave me these. Ain't that funny? My magic weight loss beans. I've never used them. I never used them. But anyway, this is just memories. Memories for me. I got a lot of memories in this room. That is flowers that someone, my friend gave me, and that is a bank, actually, that my friend gave me. And then, of course, I got my measurements because I don't know how to measure, and I printed that out. And then I've got things over here. A friend at a craft fair that since passed away gave me that. And I cherish these things, y'all. I'm a sentimental person, I guess. And These are the things that I first embroidered and decorated when I first got my machine. And then I have to do my curtains. I'm getting these out of here, but that's little pin cushions that I've made and vintage threads that I collect. I love vintage threads and bobs and stuff that you use for vintage machines. I love it. There's of course my boombox, and I do miss that in my craft room. Oh my gosh, that's my jam when I'm working. But I got a little Bluetooth speaker, and it's gonna work for me. So anyways, this pegboard, I get these at Lowe's, and they're cheap. They're MDF, and they're cheap, and I just painted it. Now they are kind of hard to paint, but I painted it. Chalk paint works better, and that's where I keep all my sewing rulers and things like that, and of course my duster, because if you know anything about sewing, it gets dusty in a room. I traded this machine with another machine to a friend of mine that was a little bit easier to use, and so this brother lives here, and I put different feet on it or different color thread and sew differently with that, and then I have a mat underneath of it, and then the scissors, and then I've got this bucket for a thread catcher. Instead of throwing them on the floor, getting them tangled in my wheels, I'll just put them over here. And then I have a light over here that I could use when I need it. There's my serger threads on peg hooks. This is another pegboard. I'm a sucker for pegboards. I love them. And then I got my bobbins and my bobbin holders. I have these linked in my Amazon store. If you get them, I promise you will love them. I promise. And then all my thread. These are linked. These threads on peg hooks are not, I hated it. I had this full of it. So I bought these on Amazon. I have them linked too in my Amazon store. They just sit better on these, and I just prefer that, okay? There's a shelf up here. I'm fixing to redo this and make a different thing because I don't like how this sits, but these are jars I get from Dollar Tree, and that's where my buttons, I sort my buttons, and then that's my bias tape that I hate using. There's my elastic, and these are containers from the Dollar Tree as well. And I've just got my what is that? I just said it. Elastic and a big one. It's been a day, y'all, so far. And then I've got lace scraps in that one. I've got elastic scraps in that, and my rickrack in that one. And they sit there, and they're pretty. They just decorate the room. You know, they're pretty. And then here's my serger. This is my main serger. And then there's my main sewing machine right there, my Black Beauty. I love this machine. People's hated it. I've never had a problem, and I adore this machine. So they're sitting on an L desk that I ordered off Amazon. I have that linked somewhere in my Amazon store in one of those parts in there. So that is where that's my all of my feet are on those right there. Okay? And then I have a very, very good surge protector. And if I sound funny, I am bent over like nobody's business, and I don't like that. But anyway, I plug everything into power cords so that if there's a power surge, you really want to do that on electric machines, because it'll mess them up. And then there's my chair. I got to recover that, but that chair will slide all around to every machine. That's my decal. I did that in vinyl, and my big scissors from Harbor Freight that wouldn't cut hot butter, so I hung them up for decoration. But anyways, it says never underestimate the power of a lady and her sewing machine. And that is my sewing machine right here. I love it. Then I have my thread rack back here to house my big cones, and then there's more down there. And then this is my bucket to put my dull needles and blades and all that. And when it's full, I'll probably be dead before it's full, but you can shut it and throw it in the garbage. Whew. Y'all, I'm running out of breath, and this is crazy. I put my irons up here, and this was what had my ribbon and stuff like that in it. My trash can's right here. I need to move that. But this right here, I never got rid of this cabinet, and I'm glad I didn't. I put all my sewing machine feet, and I know what they are in here. These are boxes. I just put them in. You can use pill dispensers too, if your machine feet will fit in there. I kind of outgrew a pill dispenser. And then these are walking feet and rufflers back here. And then this has got all my needles and some tools that I need in this drawer. Y'all, I wasn't looking at the camera. I was looking everywhere else. And then these are my books for all my machines. And then I've got various things. My sewing machine oil. I've got, what is this stuff called? Hook and loop tape right there. And then other things in there. And then just my vinyl, my rolls of vinyl. You see one sticking out. That's probably not shut. It wasn't. And then up here I bought this on Amazon, and I couldn't use it because it's too small, but it is perfect. It is perfect for getting down in these little bitty, especially this one, to fill your little water things. And this is the best iron ever. The Butyrol, best iron ever. But it'll get right down in those holes. I absolutely love it. And then I have my little vintage iron I got at a thrift store. Not a thrift store, antique store up there. And then my plant, which is doing so good, but I'm not going to show you because that's not what you're here for. And then that's stuff for if I ever do a baby quilt. And then my zippers are in there. This, I mounted on the wall with that wonderful, wonderful tape I like. That gel tape. And that's how I plug and unplug my irons. So, because the plug's way down there. I have vertigo and all that, and I can't bend over too much. Then I put one of those clips there with that tape again and hung my little ironing board. And then this is my sewing and cutting table, y'all. I know you've seen this before, but I got it back to where I could just work steady across this thing, and I got room. This room is huge, okay? And I'm thankful for it. I really am. I'm blessed with this room for sewing, which is what it originally was. So I can be more productive in here. I love it. But anyway, this is my fabric, and this is how I choose to store it on comic book boards. But instead of laying it up and down, it falls over. It doesn't fit, so I did it this way in categories. It don't look categorized, but I know where it's at. And that's what matters. And then this is fat quarters. Some of that is fat quarters. Some of that is fat quarters. It's just fabrics that are too small to roll on bolts. I put it in there. That is, it's not stabilizer. What is that? You know, batting, quilt batting. Quilt batting's right there. That's the cotton. That's the other quilt batting down under there. That's stuffing in a bag. And this is just stuff that, you know, scrap fabrics. My mats are down there, my ironing mats, and then, you know, those are scraps right there. And I don't throw nothing away because that's just how I am. My 2x4 for pressing is in here, and some other extra scissors, and some of my pattern holders are right there where they're easy to get a hold of. And then my ruler holders are down there where they're easy accessible to me. And then this I got at Walmart, and I absolutely love it. It holds all my sewing stuff, and it's right here where I need it, and I know where everything is. And then there I have stored my extra lint rollers, and y'all, I've got fabric everywhere. And there's all my favorite scissors and my favorite rotary, all right there, easily accessible to me. And then my mat, and you have to overlook my stuff. This is for filming, and this I have to fix, and that I need to redo. Those go up with buttons, and you know, just my junk's up here, my sewing caddy and all that. But these are 9-unit cubicles from Walmart. You can find them at craft stores or wherever, anywhere. Target, I think, has them. I'm not sure. And I've got boards stuck through them and on top. And I will tell you, if you do not put your cardboard on at least 3 of those, it will wobble. You have to have it on at least 3. It would be nice if you could leave them all open to store stuff, but you can't because it wobbles. And then I have all my cam snaps and my cam snap setter in here. And that's extra stuff down there. And then that's snaps and rivets and things like that. And then this is polyester fabric right here. Okay, now we're going around the table here. That's rulers that I use for lining up my shirts. I have a way to do it, and that's how I do it. And then you get over here, and it's dark over here, and I'm sorry, but that's because this light, and it might be flickering because it's a fluorescent light, and when you're videoing they tend to flicker. That's why I have this ring light here for when I'm sewing over there. So, and I moved it around so you could see. But anyway, that's the book boards, and I've cut them down. The top one is for fat quarters and the bottom one's to fold fabric. This is all fabric for me for clothes that I've bought. I buy these rolls at Walmart. I pick through them, and they're really good deals. That's a basket of jeans that I need to make skirts out of and just haven't had time. And then there is my pole for filming, and I brought it over here so the angle when I'm filming now is going to be different, I'm sure. Then I have all my Bible study stuff in this side because it's close to my desk. So this is extra notebooks and prayer cards and just things like that, books to read that's inspirational and stuff like that. And then I've moved my computer desk over here. So I have all my pens and markers and things like that in there. You know, just things that you would have in a desk is all that's in here. Nothing major. I do have a stack of papers right there that I have to go through and sort those out. And then up here, the only sloth thing I have in here is that cup right there. And that's because it holds my pens, or my markers, my dry erase markers. And then I've got my candy stash up there and some odds and ends stuff. And then my mic is mounted to that shelf. But there is my surge protector. I just ordered that from Amazon. And it's on the desk where I can, it storms here a lot. And I don't trust surge protectors, y'all. So I will come in here if I'm here. I mean, of course, if I'm not here, you have to trust them. But if I'm here, I'll unplug all of my stuff, just to be sure. And then this is my office chair. This is my fabric I'm going to redo my room in. Someone asked me where I got this. I got this off Etsy, and I don't know if they have it anymore, but this is going to be my new curtains. I'm not redoing this chair because this is an office chair, but I will redo my other little chair that I roll around on in there, and curtains and things like that. But anyway, this I bought on Amazon. This actually holds printers. I had 2 printers in here, but I don't want them on my desk anymore. But this is paper. This is stuff I need to work on, and that's extra paper. And then I have these that I made in a DIY video. Well, I didn't make that, but I did this. I painted it and did it, and that's hanging up there. And then this has all of some papers and notebooks and things that I need to keep. And down under there is all my extra pencils and pens, and I'm a pen hoarder. And then I had this metal rack floating around the house, so I brought it in here. And this is my brother LaserJet printer, and I put it down there because I don't use it much, and the paper shoots right out on top. It's easy to maintain down there, so I put it down there. And then my main inkjet printer, my HP, is right there. And then I have my Epson sublimation printer up here, and I had to put the Epson on top because you can pull out the back. It takes extra big paper, so I put that up there so it's easy to get to, because that just made sense. And then, y'all, you're gonna ask, I've had these forever, okay? I got them at Dollar General years ago, and I repainted that one. It was brown, but you can't find them anymore. I don't know if you can find them online, Etsy, or anywhere, but those came from Dollar General years ago. And that I screwed screws in there to hang up my mats. These things are heavy when you have so many on a hook. So there's my long ones and there's my short ones. And then my cameo is over here. I had to put the board up there. I know it's rickety, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. It was not sitting right, and it was collapsing this, and I couldn't open this drawer. You know how these things are. But this is scraps, and I've got them up here, and this is my vinyl, you know, examples and things like that, and I've got stuff in there. And then this just holds my vinyl, my transfer tapes, and everything is organized in there. I just need to label it because you know me, I forget. But this is on rollers. This is a different part of floor over here. It's where we had to fix it when it flooded and replace it. But y'all don't pay attention to that, okay? But anyway, this is on wheels because I can't Bluetooth mine. It doesn't never work. I don't know why. So I can roll this over and put it here when I have to use it because I have to hook it direct to the computer and the cord ain't long enough. But anyways, there's my cameo and all that. But this is stuff that I have done. I'm sure you recognize it if you watch my videos. And we're fixing to have a craft show at our church. So I'm going to sell it at a craft show. I'm going to post it on a page that I'm going to sell stuff in on Facebook. And that's sitting there. And then there's more of it right there. And then down here, I have my oven. I have room for something else, but I don't know what yet. God forbid I put something else on this. Probably DIYs. But anyways, I use this for baking clay and stuff like that. It really needs to go on my other room, and it probably will when I get room for it. My mailing labels and address labels and things like that, and my packing tape. And then this has boxes and bubble wrap and all that in this tote, and then there's some extra boxes. So, this is my room. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And until next time, remember, you are a blessing. Goodbye.